Welcome to the presentation of the WorkShare program. This presentation is provided by Unemployment Insurance Agency Tax and Employer Services. I will be sharing the informational slides with you. I ask that you put your audio on mute during the presentation and that you hold your questions until the end of the presentation. Please listen to the presentation to hear if your question has been answered. If not, we will have a chat function open to the right of the screen where you can type in your question. Also, we will have time after the presentation to answer any questions. This PowerPoint addresses an overview of WorkShare, how it works, eligibility requirements, application process, termination process, employer participation with the Paycheck Protection Program, and employer frequently asked questions, as well as contact information. Michigan is one of 28 states in the country that participates in a WorkShare program. Michigan's program is employer-based, meaning the employer completes the application, decides who participates in the unit, and also decides the percentage of reduction of work hours. We will talk more about this in the presentation. Before we get started, I would like to share a brief video of an overview of the program.
During this global pandemic, we know that many Michigan businesses are faced with extremely difficult choices to make when it comes to their workforce. You don't want to lay off staff, they're like family, but what else can you do? You don't want to lose your talented workforce to another employer. The answer is the WorkShare program. The WorkShare program saves employers money and skilled workers and employees jobs. Employers can restart their business and bring back employees from unemployment while having the flexibility to choose which of their employees are part of a WorkShare unit. Here's how it works. Instead of cutting jobs, you cut hours. Then employees collect partial unemployment benefits for the hours they've lost. Say an employee's hours are cut temporarily by 40%. In addition to a partial paycheck, the worker will get 40% of his or her regular weekly unemployment benefits. In other words, employers save payroll and hang on to their skilled workforce, while employees keep their jobs and collect unemployment for the hours lost. Employers retain talent. Don't think of the WorkShare program as unemployment insurance. Rather, it's employment insurance, a safety net. This is a program that keeps workers employed. This is a program that shows employees that you care. This is a program that allows employers to keep their talent. The WorkShare program protects your business during the lean times, that is, until you're ready to contact Pure Michigan Talent Connect, Michigan's employment services system, to start hiring new workers. How successful has the WorkShare program been? The majority of business owners who have used it would sign up for the program again, and virtually all would recommend it to other employers. As businesses are reopened, WorkShare can help employers bring back their employees from unemployment faster and also allow them to retain their workforce and avoid layoffs. In every business, there are peaks and valleys. When you hit one of those valleys, we'll be here for you. Here's how to reach us when you're ready to get started.
Michigan's WorkShare program allows employers to restart their business and bring employees back from unemployment. Employers can bring employees back with reduced hours while employees collect partial unemployment benefits to make up a portion of the lost wages. Employers can also retain their current workforce and are given the flexibility to choose which of their employees are part of a WorkShare plan. WorkShare has traditionally been used by employers to retain their employees and avoid layoffs. But as we begin to reopen Michigan's economy, employers are urged to use the program to bring their employees back from unemployment and restart their operations. This is how WorkShare works. With the WorkShare program, a worker receives a reduced earnings from their employer, but are given a percentage of their state benefits plus an additional $600 per week in pandemic unemployment assistance through the Federal CARES Act. The $600 weekly payment takes place through July 25, 2020. After July 25, 2020, any employee participating in the WorkShare program will receive their partial UI benefit, no FPUC money. WorkShare is available for contributory and reimbursing employers. So under WorkShare, an employer can bring back their employees at a reduced percentage of work hours, resulting in a reduced amount of earnings, and the employees then receive their partial UI benefit, plus the additional $600 in federal pandemic unemployment compensation money. Thus, the employee could potentially earn more on a weekly WorkShare benefit than if they were to stay on full regular unemployment. As a result of Governor Whitmer's executive order, Michigan's WorkShare program eligibility requirements have been suspended and other requirements have been expanded. The only requirements to participate is that the employer have an active UI account number and be a liable employer. Our application has certain requirements regarding participation, such as notification to an employee's collective bargaining unit, if they are represented by a union. Also, the employer is not allowed to change any of the fringe benefits of the employee while the employee is on a WorkShare plan, such as health benefits or paid time off. During the presentation of the video of how to complete a WorkShare application, it will discuss the specific requirements of the employer to adhere to while participating with WorkShare. Employers participating in WorkShare can preserve their workforce while reducing their hours by as little as 10% and as high as 60%. Waived is the length of time requirement that employers must be in business. Waived the requirement that employers have a current or positive balance with UIA. Employers who are self-employed, independent contractors are ineligible. In order for an employee to receive a partial UI benefit, they must meet the eligibility requirement for a standard claim. The monetary eligibility is that the employee have at least 2 quarter wages in the last 4 of the 5 reported quarterly reports, and one of the quarter wages must be $3,744 or more. Also, a person who is the LLC of a company is excluded from participation. For example, the best way to know if you are eligible is if you have reported wages on a quarterly report. If you or your employer reported wages for you, then you could be possibly eligible. Now, it needs to be determined if you meet the monetary eligibility as well that is required to file a standard claim. As businesses are reopened, WorkShare can help employers bring back their employees from unemployment faster and allows employers to retain their workforce and avoid layoffs. WorkShare serves as a great incentive for workers to leave full unemployment and return to work. It can be used for almost any type of industry. A salary or hourly employee can also participate. Employers can pick which employees they want in a WorkShare plan. There only needs to be a minimum of 2 employees per plan, and employers can have multiple plans. For example, one employer can have multiple plans with different participants and different amounts of percentage of reduction in work hours. An employer does not have to have all their employees on a plan. Our agency can serve as a resource for the employer to provide information, so you could also provide this information to your employees. We are here for you to make this process as easy as possible. A work-share plan may be approved for a period of up to 52 consecutive weeks and can be ended at any time without penalty. The employer can use the program for any length of time and can be terminated by the employer at any time. If the employer has any changes to the approved plan, such as an employee who participated on a plan, was terminated, or you hired a new employee and want this person to participate in a pre-approved plan, the employer would have to terminate the plan and start another application. The easiest way to remember if you would have to self-terminate a plan is that if you did not adhere to any of the requirements on the plan application as indicated. If you do not meet those requirements, then you will have to terminate the plan. Once again, this is an employer-based program. Employers are responsible for speaking to the affected employees about participation in the program. UI has documents available on our website so you, the employer, can download a print copy and provide to your staff. You, the employer, will answer any questions that your staff may have concerning the Workshare program. New plans can also be created whenever an employer wants and will be approved by the following Sunday. Certifications occur either weekly or bi-weekly by the Saturday of that week. If you complete an application today, it will be approved the following Sunday and certified the following Saturday for the payment for this week. There are exclusions to the Workshare plan for employees. Workshare does not apply to seasonal, temporary, or intermittent employment. UI calculates the employee partial benefits on the percentage of reduction for a 40-hour work week. So, if you have a staff that works more than 40 hours a week, they are excluded from the program. If you have a staff that has varying hours, you as the employer will have to make sure you are keeping proper records on the total number of hours that employee is working in order to ensure that they are adhering to the correct percentage of reduction. Also, a low-wage earner may not meet the monetary eligibility requirement. How will you know if they are a low-wage earner? Well, if they have worked for you for over 16 months, go and view your reported quarterly report. And if this employee has had 2 quarters of reported wages in 4 out of 5 of the past quarters, and if at least one of those quarters were $3,744, then they would qualify. If not, then they could participate. However, they would not receive partial UI benefits and not receive the FPUC money. Now that you may be interested in applying for the Workshare program, here is a video to explain the sign-up process.
How to apply for Workshare. Employers can apply to participate in the Workshare program through their MyWAM account. Go to michigan.gov/UIA and click on For Employers. Then log in to MyWAM for Employers. Once in your account, click UI Tax. If you have more than one account, be sure to click the account that you want your Workshare plan on. Under I Want To, click the Register for Workshare Plans hyperlink. Review the Workshare eligibility and agree to the terms and conditions. Click Yes, then click Next Step. Then click Submit. Input your password. Click OK. You will see a confirmation page. Click OK. Your Workshare registration request has been submitted. You will receive a web notice indicating your eligibility. A web notice is a communication that will be sent to you through your MyWham account. Next, you will need to answer a series of questions to determine if your proposed work-share plan will be approved. Back on Your Accounts page, click on View My Accounts. Then click UI Tax. Click on Manage Work-Share Plans. Then click Work-Share Plan Application. Answer the series of questions. Was your business closed or hours limited to an executive order? Governor Whitmer signed several executive orders ordering the closing of certain businesses. What was the name of the work unit to be covered by your plan? A work unit is the employees an employer selects to be covered by WorkShare. Employers are given flexibility to organize each work unit or work division they want to participate in WorkShare. How many employees work in the affected unit? There needs to be a minimum of 2 employees. Are all employees in the unit covered by the proposed WorkShare plan? What is your proposed start date of the WorkShare plan? What is your proposed end date of the WorkShare plan? Does your plan cover the entire 52-week plan period or just certain weeks? Is the WorkShare plan application an amendment for a prior WorkShare plan? What percentage of work reduction is proposed for this unit? Under WorkShare, employers can choose to reduce employee hours between 10% and 60%. Agree to the terms and conditions. Please note that your WorkShare plan may be terminated at any time. I will provide full and complete reports to the unemployment agency relating to the operation of this WorkShare plan as requested by the unemployment agency. UIA may request a report of information about your WorkShare plan, including payroll records, employee notification, union agreements, and more. I will not hire new employees in or transfer employees to the work unit covered by this plan during the effective period of the WorkShare plan. A work unit is comprised of the employees included in your WorkShare plan. Keep in mind that if you later want to bring additional employees into the unit, you must terminate the plan and create a new one. You may also create an additional WorkShare plan to add employees. I will not lay off participating employees during the effective period of the WorkShare plan. Layoffs during the term of a WorkShare agreement would void the agreement and a new plan would need to be submitted. I will not reduce participating employees' hours of work by more than the WorkShare plan reduction percentage during the effective period of the WorkShare plan. I have obtained the approval of any applicable collective bargaining unit representative and have notified all affected employees who are not in a collective bargaining unit of the proposed WorkShare plan. Estimate the number of employees who would have been fully laid off without WorkShare. If you are reopening your business, estimate the number of employees who would continue to be laid off without a WorkShare plan. Finally, please include how you will give notice to your employees whose hours of work will be reduced under WorkShare. It is the employer's responsibility to inform their employees that they have been included in a WorkShare plan. Visit the UIA WorkShare website at michigan.gov/WorkShare for a flyer which may be provided to your employees about WorkShare. When you've completed all of the questions, you will need to enter the names and information for all of your employees who will be included in your WorkShare plan. Back at the top of the screen, click Employees. You may enter each employee individually, or you can import the data for all of the employees on your WorkShare plan at once using a bulk file. Your bulk file will need to be created according to the specified file format. To view the specifications, click on Manage WorkShare Plans, click WorkShare Plan Application, scroll to the bottom of the page and click View Employee List. Then click File Format to view the specifications. To enter individually, Enter each employee's name, social security number, address, and other identifying information. The UIA number is your account number with the state of Michigan. For employees who are not citizens of the United States, be sure to input the alien document type and expiration date. You must use the legal name associated with the employee's social security number. Please double-check for accuracy to ensure a smooth process. To enter more employees, click Add Employees. When you're done adding employees, click Next Step. Be sure you add all employees before you click Next Step, then click Submit. Then enter your password to certify that the information you have entered is true. Click OK. To input a bulk file, click Employees, then click Import. Select your file, then click Import. Under Workshare Employees, you will see information for each of your employees. The records can be modified prior to submission. If there is an X next to an employee record, there is an error that needs to be corrected. Click the employee record to correct the file. After your files have been imported, click Next Step. Then click Submit. Then enter your password to certify that the information you have entered is true. Click OK. You will see a confirmation page. If there are no issues, you will receive in your web notices a plan approval, which includes the date of your first certification. Your employees will also receive notice that they have been enrolled in Workshare. In order for your employees to be paid, you will need to certify your employees' eligibility either weekly or bi-weekly. You can also update a bulk file to certify for your employees. Your bulk file will need to be created according to the specified file format. To view the specifications for bulk certification, click on Manage Workshare Plans, click Certification. Then click File Format. To certify each employee individually, on the date you are to certify, log into your MyWim account, click UI Tax, then click Manage Workshare Plans. Here, you will see your Workshare plan. Click the File Certification hyperlink. Click Add an Employee. Add your employee's information. Be sure to include the certification date. Certification date 1 is the first week for which you want your employee to be paid. If you are on a bi-weekly schedule, you will also input certification date 2 to pay both weeks. Each certification week begins on a Sunday and ends on a Saturday. Certification date 1 or 2 should be the Saturday of the week for which your employees are being paid. Click on Add Employee to complete this section for each employee on the plan. When you have completed certification for each employee, then click Next Step. Then click Submit. Then enter your password. Your Workshare certification request has been submitted. To import a bulk file, on the certification page, click Import. Select your file. Then click Import. Under Employees, you will see information for each of your employees. After the employees are added, then click Next Step. Then click Submit. Enter your password. Click OK. Your Workshare certification request has been submitted.
After signing up, you will be asked to certify your employees either weekly or bi-weekly in order for them to receive UI benefits. Certification occurs by the Saturday of the week. Your web notice will indicate the first Saturday date in which you will need to certify. After that, it is up to you as the employer to be reminded that they need to certify the employee. On the date you are to certify, log into your MyWim account, click UI Tax, click Manage Workshare Plans, then click the File Certification link. You will add your employees to certify or upload the document for certification. You may ask yourself why you would not certify an employee. Let's say that your employee has worked 50% of the 40-hour week, which is 20 hours. They called in sick or a no-show to work for that week, and they do not have paid time off. Well, they did not work the required 20 hours as indicated they would while participating in the workshare plan. Therefore, you would not certify this employee. If you want to terminate a plan before the end date, you will log into your MyWim account and go under the specific workshare plan and click Terminate. Reasons for termination before the end date are: you don't want the program anymore, there have been deviations from the plan, such as a change in percentage of reduction hours, or participants were fired or left. Keep in mind, employers receiving PPP can still participate in Workshare, but the program design needs to be considered when the goal of PPP is forgiveness of loans. PPP recipients should review their PPP application as they structure their Workshare plan. Remember, Workshare is a reduction of the percentage of the work hours. The PPP is providing you assistance with paying your employees. Employers should review the requirements of the PPP carefully and structure their Workshare plan accordingly. So let's show an example. Let's say an economy opens up. A manufacturer is considering restarting their business. They know they'll experience a loss of revenue for the next 12 weeks, but still want to reopen operations. They have 100 employees, and all were laid off due to COVID-19. The employer wants to bring them all back to work, but only at a 70% capacity. So they will put each employee in a Workshare plan with a 30% reduction. Let's assume each employee under normal operations earns $1,000 per week on a 40-hour work week. Under Workshare, the employee is retained to work with a 30% reduction in hours. So, on a 40-hour work week, the employee will work 28 hours for you as the employer. Their employee would then be given $700 per week in earnings from the employer, plus a reduced state unemployment benefit, which is $108, plus the extra $600 federal benefit. Under Workshare, the employees will make more than $1,400 a week versus only receiving $962 on full unemployment. Now, employers ask, what is the difference in my employee participating in Workshare at a reduced percentage of work hours and an employee who you, as the employer, tell them to file a standard claim indicating a reduction in hours? Well, in a standard claim, when an employee is still working at reduced weekly hours, their wages for that week may equal or exceed their weekly benefit amount. In order to receive unemployment benefits, your earnings cannot exceed 1.5 times your weekly benefit amount. However, under a work-share program, the 1.5 times the amount of exceeding the wage-based amount does not apply. Under the Federal CARES Act and the Governor's executive orders, employee hours can now be reduced by as little as 10% or as high as 60%. The length of time requirement that employers must be in business has been waived. Employers do not have to be current on their unemployment taxes. Employers are not required to have a positive balance in their unemployment tax account. Regular part-time employees are now eligible. Participants receive a percentage of Michigan benefits plus $600 in FPUC money weekly through July. Also, from now on until August 1st, 2020, employers, both contributory and reimbursing, will not receive any charge to their MBA account. After August 1st, 2020, reimbursing accounts will be charged 50%, whereas contributory employers will be charged fully to their account. Once again, WorkShare is 100% federally funded through December of 2020. In conclusion, I hope that you employers can see how WorkShare is a great option to retain and re-engage employees during a reduction in business demand. WorkShare is a great incentive for employees to return to work. Here's how you sign up. Go to michigan.gov/UIA, sign into your employer MyWhelm account, and follow the easy steps after you answer a series of questions. Create your plan and work unit and upload your employee information. That's it. You'll be signed up for WorkShare. Employers can visit michigan.gov/WorkShare for a tutorial on how to sign up. Frequently asked questions and other resources for employers to participate are also available. As the economy begins to reopen, let the Michigan WorkShare program help you restart your business and re-engage your workforce. Thank you for watching the presentation.